Welcome to The Bridge, the show that features happenings around the Woodbridge Township School District. I'm your host, Darren Soretto, and in this show we are featuring school-to-career programs available to our students in the Woodbridge Township School District. Let's take a look at our lineup. In the studio today we have Supervisor Chris Callahan to outline our school-to-career programs. Then we'll feature the new bilingual SEAL opportunity in our World Languages Department. In sports, correspondent Anthony Hine is on the ice with Coach Christopher Montecallo and players from the district-wide hockey team. Finally, right back here in the studio, we'll welcome sibling musicians Sabrina and Madison Yip. As usual, before we welcome our first guest, we're featuring some talented artists here on the Bridge. We're featuring ceramics today, a medium we have not yet seen on the Bridge. And our pieces today are submitted by art teacher Ms. Zadigan from Woodbridge High School. Our first piece is Panda by Rosario Astudio, a 10th grader at Woodbridge High School. Rosario created this piece in Ceramics 1 class. Just beautiful detail and glaze in this panda. It looks like a baby panda eating its very first shoot. Beautiful. Our next piece, Stacked Wheel Bowls, is a collaboration between Alexia Camasina, grade 11, Samantha Ramos, grade 12, and Tyler Lees, grade 12. This piece was created in Ceramics 2 class. This piece reminds me of summer. We have the watermelon on top and then a beautiful sunset colors below it. Really brings me into summer. Remember, be creative and submit your own artwork through your art teacher. Your work could be featured on the next episode of The Bridge. Now, a quick break, but come right back to learn about school-to-career programs in Woodbridge. Welcome back to The Bridge. You're here with Darren Soretto, and I'm welcoming Supervisor Chris Callahan. Welcome back, Chris.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Again, I was just going to say, you are the first repeat guest on the show.
Wow, that's quite
special.
An honor. Thank you.
That's special. It's great to have you. A lot's happened since then.
Yes.
I think the last time I saw you, we were at an escape room.
Yes, we were.
Maybe we can tie that into the district somehow.
We love to. I know there's definitely teachers out there using escape room type in their curriculum, where students are solving little problems and moving on.
Great idea. I think
we're not trapping any students.
No, of course not. So let's start. Can you just give us an overview again of your responsibilities in the district?
Sure. I am the supervisor of 21st Century Technology, which encompasses in the high schools most of the business programs, in the middle schools and elementary schools the technology programs, and now technology is kind of all-encompassing.
Yes,
so
it's out. It's big.
It is. Big. Touches all levels from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade.
That's what's great about it. So now, can you touch on some major initiatives that we have going on in the school this year?
Sure. The major one this year would be the iPads that were distributed to every single 8th grader.
Wow.
So every 8th grader got an iPad back in September, October.
Okay.
They're using it for their curriculum. So we had curriculum developed over the summer where they did not have to carry a textbook anymore. They just had to carry the iPad. And the feedback we're getting from the students is that they love it.
They love having their own device?
They do, and it's been, some students take notes with their fingers, some students use the keyboard to take notes, and cool. Take pictures and use it for multiple projects and presentations.
And so it's going to stick with the 8th grade, or you see?
Right now, it's definitely staying with the 8th grade, and we're looking at different devices possibly for high school for next year.
Great, awesome.
We're also giving out full-day kindergarten next year.
Ah, big thing going on next year.
Very exciting. A lot of people like that in the district.
So excited about that.
And we're also going to give some iPad group sets, not one-to-one iPads for kindergarten, but some
like
sets
for centers.
Yep, exactly.
Great.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so I hear that the school-to-career programs has been, a major focus recently.
Yes.
Can you touch on why these programs are so important and why we need them?
Well, I think in today's day and age, not everybody goes to college, and we want to set our individual students up for success, whether it be college or careers.
Sure.
So we've definitely have expanded the program and expanding it more with different programs in each high school.
Okay. Yeah, I have a list of some of the programs. Maybe you can touch on some of them.
Sure.
We have the CDL license program with Easy Wheels Driving School in Hope Lawn.
Yep. Again, seniors, they do have to be 18 years old.
Okay.
But if they're 18 years old, they will go attend the CDL program in Hope Lawn.
Okay.
And they will get a CDL A license when they graduate. They will pass the written test and actually help them to pass the physical road test.
Perfect.
And if you know anything about the industry in this local area alone, with Edison, Carteret, with FedEx, with Amazon,
There's so
with
many
UPS,
places
yes,
that need drivers.
and those students would be very successful careers, starting off with $50,000 to $60,000 jobs and no student loans.
Wow. Can't beat that, right?
No, very, very good. Well, we started last year, expanded it this year, and the students, I get great feedback from the students.
Excellent. Second, I have diesel mechanic certification, Lincoln Tech.
Yes, so Lincoln Tech has a program at South Plainfield.
Okay.
Again, students that just had to be seniors, didn't have the 18-year-old requirement, but they're starting the diesel mechanic program at Lincoln Tech.
Perfect.
They're taking their first 2 courses that the district is paying for, providing them with uniforms and computers, and they're learning all about diesel mechanics.
I love it.
And those engines are
They're huge, right?
They're bigger than we wouldn't even be able to fit one in this right
goodness.
here. So another successful career,
Right.
where the job market always needs diesel mechanics, and you know, again, they would be possibly starting maybe a year or 2 after they graduate, and you know, again, very high-paying jobs.
A great tool to have. I can't even change my oil, so you know that's to know how to work on a diesel engine must be amazing.
It is.
All right, township internships through the Woodbridge Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, we have an agreement now with the Chamber of Commerce and all the hundreds of businesses that the Chamber of Commerce has with our 3 high schools. And we have a you know, we have a list, and the Chamber of Commerce will generate a list of students, or they'll generate a list of jobs, and the high school will look for students to match up with those job opportunities.
Oh, perfect.
And it could be a job for a senior to start at 1 o'clock if they have a senior with senior block, or it could be at 3 o'clock. And some of them are paid, and some of them are unpaid.
It fits into their schedule.
Yep.
Right?
And it's a great way for them to get experience, real work experience, put on the resume, and possibly, again, using for whatever
the
career
goal,
they want.
Right? To get them out there.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. And of course, you have the ROTC. It's so important.
Yep, with Colonel Parker over at Woodbridge High School. He is, whenever I go to see him, I mean, I get invigorated talking to him. He was in the military and served overseas.
Oh, wonderful.
And those students are, you know, certainly some students need guidance, and that program runs 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade.
Wonderful. Excellent. We have the Cisco course.
Yep, that program, again, Cisco Networking at Colonia High School. Students at the end of that course will get their A+ certification.
Okay.
Could work on real networks outside of school with some companies. So again, we're looking to put that in the other 2 high schools.
Excellent. And then right up your alley, we have Apple, right?
Advancing with Apple is at all 3 high schools. And again, those teachers love the program, the students love the program. They have an iPad in the classroom, and they're creating all the iPad apps. They're creating different projects and presentations, and again, giving students the skills needed to be out there in the real workforce.
That's wonderful, wonderful. So you think it's impacting the students, obviously, on a positive scale, right? I mean, it's just wonderful for
We
them.
hear wonderful things from the students, the parents, and students that graduate as well. You know, they come back and visit, and that's one of the classrooms they go to, would be the Advancing with Apple or the Cisco classrooms.
That's awesome. Now, you've seen a lot of these in action, or are you just hearing about them? Or?
No, I have seen every single one. As a supervisor, I am lucky enough that I do get hopefully some free time. That I've seen every single program at all of the schools.
Oh, that's great to hear, of course. Now, is the district plan to expand the programs or add more to the list? What's
both? We're definitely looking at Lincoln Tech has other programs besides diesel mechanic. They in fact have one in Island for computer technicians. I think that's what we're going to look at for next year. And medical assistants as well.
Oh, that's
so
great.
Again, both careers where we'll start off the students at Lincoln Tech, and they could even start in their junior year possibly, and take a couple. They maybe be able to take 4 courses.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And be almost maybe need 1 or 2 to graduate.
1 or 2 to finish. That's great. I think these programs are going to help students of all different fields. I think it's a wonderful program that we have going on, and shedding light on yet another great part of our school district.
Absolutely.
And thank you for being a part of that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for coming back on the bridge.
Yes.
Again, our first return guest. I'm so excited to have you. Maybe we can have you for a 3rd time. You never know.
I was just
right?
going to say, I want to. Now that we've set the precedent, I think I'm going to have to be the first 3 times.
Let's not push it yet. 2 is good.
Okay.
And thank you for your dedication to the school district. We're just so honored to have you out in the field and helping our school district all the time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. We have to take a short break, but when we come back, we are going to continue our exploration of school to career with a feature on the state bilingual seal. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Bridge. We've been learning about school to career programs in Woodbridge. Now we're going to continue our exploration featuring the State Biliteracy Seal. Supervisor Vincent Sacadato is visiting our high school World Language Department to help us learn more about the Biliteracy Seal. Over to you, Vin.
Thanks, Darren. We're here today to talk about our new Biliteracy Seal program, which was actually brought to my attention a year ago by two of our French teachers, Mrs. Susanna Zeitz and Miss Wendy Williams. They approached me about a year ago to tell me about this new program that the state was running called the Seal of Biliteracy. And basically what the program does is allow students who can demonstrate proficiency in 2 languages to get a seal from the state showing that they are biliterate at graduation. And it goes on their transcript, and it gives them the opportunity to showcase their skills, which is something that is very beneficial to them when they're applying for colleges, going out into the work world. And it's really been very successful for us so far. Last year, like I said, it was the first time we tried it. We had 3 students receive the Seal of Biliteracy. And this year, I'm very happy to say we are up to 20 students. So, Mrs. Zeitz, would you like to share some information?
So, as Mr. Sacadato mentioned, we began in 2016. Actually, one of my students was a French student. He took the AP and exam, the French AP exam, and he demonstrated proficiency by getting a 5 on his exam. And we were super excited to have a graduate last year with the Seal of Biliteracy. In addition to showing proficiency in the second language, students must also demonstrate proficiency in English. So students must be proficient in English, and then they could also demonstrate proficiency in a second language, such as French or Spanish. We have 13 students that have demonstrated at our school, and 20 in the district that have demonstrated proficiency in a second language. At graduation, they're going to be honored with a seal on their diploma, on their transcript, and they will also have a cord to show that they have earned the State Seal of Biliteracy. But there are other ways to measure proficiency in a second language, and we here in Woodbridge Township use the apple to show proficiency in a second language. And thus far, we've only included French, Chinese, and Spanish, but we are looking to expand on those languages. And actually, I'm going to have Miss Williams talk a little bit about that.
Thank you, Ms. Zeitz and Mr. Sacadato. Yes, so the way that students can demonstrate proficiency in another language is by passing a statewide assessment or a national assessment in one of multiple languages, in French, in Chinese, in Spanish, but also other languages as well. Next year, we hope to expand this to American Sign Language, which is a new program we have here in Woodbridge Township. Also, we hope to expand it to students who perhaps speak another language at home, additional language such as Polish or Portuguese. To help this out, to help students and encourage them to study more world languages, we've also been working across the district to encourage students to take more language classes earlier in their high school career. Working with the teachers from Colonia High School and JFK and all the middle school teachers, the French, Chinese, and Spanish teachers have developed an 8th grade assessment that will allow students to take this assessment, pass it, and start a high school when they're freshmen to take a level 2 course. So they can come right into level 2 and they can advance more quickly through their language studies. We think it's a great way to encourage students to study more languages and to go further in their language studies. Why? Because learning a second language is so beneficial for students and enhancing the second language that they might speak at home. Studies from CNN Money and Forbes magazine consistently show that students who are bilingual earn more throughout their career. It opens up connections for them in terms of personal. It also opens up perhaps professional opportunities to them. So we really want to encourage students to extend their language studies through the Seal of Biliteracy and other programs such as AP and beyond.
In school, I take French. I have been taking it since 7th grade. And although I've been taking French, I thought I should prove myself in Spanish and obtain the Seal of Biliteracy. Hopefully next year I can take the Seal of Biliteracy for French and obtain that as well.
I started learning French in 6th grade when we had a trial course where we learned Chinese, Spanish, and French. And from there I decided to continue to learn French through middle school and through high school. And I've taken 4 years so far in high school.
I was definitely apprehensive going into it because myself, I'm not a Spanish speaker. I've spoken English my entire life, and I just started in like 6th grade. But I took a love for the language, and this opportunity was something like really great for me to experience.
Hopefully in college I will do a minor in Spanish, and every summer I go to Spain for vacation with my family, and I'll be able to communicate easier with my family that lives there and others.
Well, the Seal of Biliteracy does open a door to many opportunities when it comes to communicating with different people that speak that language. I feel it in a way, it gives you a place above others, especially when it comes to communications. So I would say that yes, this really does help when you are not even going to college, because you have a wider range of people that you could talk to and be more known around.
Honestly, it provides an advantage than the average person because you have an asset, so you're able, even if you're not going to college or anything like that, you're able, if you have a business or something, you're able to translate for the people to communicate within one another. So really it's more of an asset. It's an advantage over just like an average person.
I love to travel and I love to perform, so I would really like to go to France and many French-speaking countries and communicate and meet people speaking to them in French and studying the French culture, which I find would be very good, especially now that I have mastered the language.
Well, I don't really know exactly what I want to do with my life, but as we were mentioning before, this opens so many more doors and it makes you capable to do so many more things because you have 2 languages to communicate with. So no matter what field you go into, it will help you in the long run.
The things I love most about the French language is the culture and all the art that I've learned about, and being able to read stories in different languages because it just opens up more doors for me.
Well, Spanish, I just love that it's so communal and that everyone who speaks it, you can find someone on the street that speaks Spanish and just bond over that. And that happens all the time. I just meet people and then I have a conversation started.
We are looking to grow the program. As I said, last year was the first time that we introduced the biliteracy program, and we had 3 students, and we were very amazed that in only 1 year's time we increased that number to 20, and we just want that number to keep increasing each and every year. So we're looking to expand our world language program. As Mrs. Williams said, we developed an assessment for the 8th grade students to identify those that are potential candidates for the biliteracy program, and if they are, they can enter 9th grade at level 2 in their world language as opposed to level 1, and hopefully we can increase our enrollment in the upper levels. That way, by the time students reach their junior and senior year, instead of stopping at level 2 or maybe level 3, they're going on to level 4 and they're going into AP, which will just increase their chances of becoming eligible for the biliteracy seal. So I would like to thank Mrs. Zeitz and Mrs. Williams for all the work they did, as well as all our other world language teachers. We spent the better part of this entire school year developing that assessment, and we're very excited to roll it out. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll have waves and waves of students becoming biliterate, because biliteracy is the wave of the future.
What a great opportunity for our high school students. The biliteracy seal will certainly set our students apart as they begin their careers. Well, we have to take another break, but come right back as sports correspondent Anthony Hine visits the ice at the Woodbridge Community Center to meet the coach and players from our district-wide hockey team. Thanks for coming back to the Bridge. It's time now for our sports segment, and we sent Anthony Hine out to the Woodbridge Community Center ice rink to get to know the Woodbridge Township hockey team and hear about their amazing season. Over to you, Ant.
Thanks, Darren. I'm at the Woodbridge Township Community Center today at the ice hockey rink, and I am with Chris Montecallo, the head coach of the Woodbridge Township hockey team. How are you doing today?
Good, Anthony. Thank you.
So this is the Woodbridge Township hockey team. Can you tell me that's the three schools merged together?
Yes, this is the first year the three schools, Kennedy, Colonia, Woodbridge, came together and formed one team and competed this year and had a very successful season.
That's great. Can you tell me, why did this come about? Why weren't the schools separated?
What happened is 4 or 5 years ago, JFK's numbers dropped a little bit. And in order to get those kids to still play hockey, they joined us at Colonia High School. We merged together. A couple of years later, same situation would happen at Woodbridge High School, where their numbers were always good, but their numbers dropped off and they were down to 7 players. And we wanted to make sure they had an opportunity to play as well. And they had a lot of talent there. So we went through the state approved it, and we became one team.
Can you tell me, how was your hockey season, though? How did it go this year, then?
I'll tell you, it was a fantastic season. As a coach, it's one of those seasons you wish it never ended. We wanted the season to go on and on because we had, like I said, we had a bunch of talented guys and girls, and we reached some goals that basically we made history in the township. We finished up with a record of 21-5-1.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was really great. I knew from the beginning with the merger, I said, people ask, how do you think you guys are going to be? I said, if we could stay healthy, I think we're going to be competitive. How far we would go, that was questionable because other teams you're playing, and there's all different things that come, into a season that can change things. But overall, I knew if we could stay healthy, we'd be competitive. And it turned out we were winning. We were having great success. Then the Christmas tournament came. The tournament, we made it to the championship for the tournament with the Bayonne tournament. Then our GMC conference, we ended up going to the championship there as well. So now we had 2 championships that we were competing for, and that, that's not an easy thing to do. Then we ended up, the states came about, and we knew we were going to be into the states, and we just weren't sure how far we were going to take it. The first round of the states, we ended up playing Clifton. We were the number 9 seed. They were the number 8 seed. We played them away. We ended up beating them 3-0. That got us to the quarterfinals, and in the quarterfinals, we ended up, now we had to play the number 1 seed team, was Montclair. And these guys, if you've seen any of the games, the playoff games, they were calling our team the Cardiac Kids because we wait till the very end of the game to get ourselves back into the game, and we knock off the number 1 seeded team in the States.
That's excellent.
Yeah, so we win 4-3. Now, that was exciting, but the semifinal game was just, it was just incredible. It was incredible. We're playing Marlboro. They're the number 5 seed, and we're losing 2-0. Okay, it's the 3rd period, and we're down to, I think it's 1:40, and we end up pulling our goalie, Adam Godfrey. So we end up scoring with, I believe, 38 seconds left in the game. Okay, and the whole atmosphere of the place was, all right, at least they scored, they got a goal. There's 38 seconds left in the game. It's over. There was people in the stands putting their jackets on, walking down. So we get the face-off. We moved Adam up, try and get him to the bench as quick as we can. We had to get the puck deep, which we did. So we get the puck deep. 12 seconds later, TJ Evan scores and ties the game.
Clutch.
And
Twice.
Everybody's shocked. Marlboro is shocked. The fans are going crazy. It's the state semifinal, so it's a tie game. We go into the locker room, they're cutting the ice, and we got the momentum, and we knew we had to get shots to the net. That was the key. So we come out for the overtime, and I think it was 3:02 in the overtime. Drew gets the puck at the blue line, carries in, gets it on net. TJ comes flying in, and Travis comes following, and Travis ends up burying it. We win 3-2 in the semifinal. We're going to Prudential Center playing for a state championship.
What a great feeling.
Which has never happened, and the place is going crazy. It was unbelievable.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's great.
So we have some of the senior players we have. Can you guys introduce yourself?
Luke Bizub, number 21, defense, Colonia High School.
Amber Spearnock, number 14, defense, Woodbridge High School.
Drew Galea, number 9, a center, and I go to Colonia High School.
Jarrett DeLumba, number 25. I play defense, and I go to Woodbridge High School.
Travis Benny, number 20. I played defense and forward, Woodbridge High School.
TJ Evan, number 12, left wing, Woodbridge High School.
Luca Filicamo, 88, right wing, Colonia High School.
Adam Godfrey, 30, goalie, Woodbridge High School.
CJ Lyons, 57, left wing, JFK.
So you mentioned Travis and you mentioned TJ. Are there any other players that you want to mention their accolades? Anything special?
Yeah, we had, like I said, we had a very talented team, and we had some nice accolades. Some of the kids. Drew Galea was named All-State. He was the Home News Tribune Player of the Year. He made all-conference first team, broke our school record.
Congratulations.
He became the leading point scorer with 157 points. He actually broke Luke Bizub's brother's record. Tim was the record holder. Jarrett DeLumba, Jarrett made first team all-conference as well. TJ Evan, TJ made All-State as well. TJ made Player of the Year, the NJ.com Player of the Year. He made the All-Tournament team, the state tournament team. So he was the second all-time scorer for Woodbridge High School. He was our leading goal scorer this season. Travis Benny. Travis was the all-tournament team, named the all-tournament team, and also the all-conference team. Adam Godfrey, our goalie, who was a huge part of our success. He was named all-conference as well, first team.
That's great, guys. Congratulations. So are any of your players going on to play after high school?
Yes. Amber Spearnock's going to be playing at Rowan. Drew Galea is going to play juniors. Jarrett DeLumba is going to be playing for Cortland. Travis Benny for TCNJ. TJ Evan is going to be playing at Ryder. Luca Filicamo is going to be playing AAA. And Adam Godfrey, our goalie, he is possibly going to be playing.
That's fantastic. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations to a great season. Best of luck to next season. I guess it's back to you, Darren, for more highlights.
Great job, Anthony. Now you can warm up and hit the snack bar. I love those nachos over there. What an exciting season for the hockey team, and a true show of unity and sportsmanship between the district's 3 high schools. It seems like many of those senior players have the opportunity to go further with the sport as well. Congratulations, team. Now we have to take a quick break, but come right back to help me welcome sibling musicians Sabrina and Madison Yip. So we're back with The Bridge, and I'm here with sisters Sabrina and Madison Yip. Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Madison.
Hi.
How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. This is the first time we've had sisters on the show, so this is pretty cool. Excited? Awesome. Welcome. So let me ask you the first question. What's the best thing about having a sister?
It's nice to have somebody to talk to, even when you feel like you can't sometimes. I don't know.
Good. Good answer.
Probably just company.
Company. That's great. Yes, I have a brother, and I guess sometimes we keep each other company. But now, what's the most challenging thing about having a sister?
I don't know.
No? You guys get along pretty well?
Yeah.
Good, good. Okay, that's great. Now, Sabrina, you play the clarinet at Woodbridge High School, is that right?
Mm-hmm. It
Great.
is.
Any other instruments, or just the clarinet?
I also play baritone saxophone in the jazz band.
Oh, okay, great. And you had mentioned you play drums too, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm playing tenor drums in a local drum corps, so that's not with the school.
Oh, excellent, great. And Madison, you play the flute?
Yeah.
Any other instruments?
No.
Okay, and where are you playing?
Ford's Middle.
Ford's Middle, okay, so you're the younger sister. Gotcha. Okay, so now, at times you guys play together, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
How does that happen? What happens?
Sometimes we like to play duets together.
Okay.
Or goof off while playing those duets. but
now you go play in the band, don't you, Madison?
In both my school band and also the high school marching band.
And the high school marching. So you guys are playing the same band at the high school.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find there's any competition going on there?
Not really. No. We play different instruments, so it's harder to compete with one another.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're there for the same reason, so working together. Awesome. Now, let's go back. What age did you start playing your instruments or have an interest in music?
I think we both had an interest in music from a pretty young age because we both used to play piano.
Oh,
You started at 5. I don't remember when I started.
I started in kindergarten. I think you were a year or two after me.
Yeah.
That's pretty young. That's great. So your family must have been musicians as well, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Our mom was a singer, and she played piano as well.
Oh, that's beautiful. And Dad, or no?
Dad doesn't play any instruments.
He just listens. He likes to listen. Great. So did they foster your musical interest? Did they, kind of guide you to what instrument to play, or did you kind of just pick up what you like?
Not really, no. I think when I was in kindergarten, my mom said that one day I was like, oh, I want to play piano.
Yeah.
It was like out of the blue, so we started from there.
Very cool. Excellent. And Sabrina, now I'm going to ask you, what's your college outlook? What are you looking to do in college?
Right now I'm looking to be a music education and performance major.
Okay.
And my top school is Ithaca College, which was originally a well-known music school.
Great, that's awesome. Okay, now before you guys will play something for us in a little bit? Excellent. Before we do that, I want to see how well you know your sister, okay? So I asked you to answer these questions before the show. So Sabrina, what do you think Madison's favorite, well, you know that. I'm going to ask Madison, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue, that's right. Favorite food?
Probably sushi.
Sushi?
She put pizza.
Yeah.
All right. And favorite singer or band?
Pentatonic.
Got it. All right, 2 out of 3, pretty good. All right, now Madison, with Sabrina, your favorite color?
Red.
Got it. Favorite food?
Sushi.
All right, beef noodles off on that one. And favorite band?
Pentatonics as well.
2 out of 3 for both of you. So you guys pretty much know each other very well, and it was so great having you on the show and getting to know both of you. I wish you the best in your musical careers,
Thank you.
And I know you're going to do wonderful things. So you guys will play a duet for us today, is that right?
Yeah. The duet was originally for 2 flutes, but I transposed the second part, so it could be for flute and clarinet.
Oh, that's awesome. And it doesn't have a name. We're going to call it the Mystery Duet, right?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so here's Madison and Sabrina performing the Mystery Duet. Wow, that was just simply beautiful. Thank you so much, Sabrina, Madison. I think I have a name for it. I think we should call it Two Talented Sisters. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. Thank you for sharing your talents with us. We wish you the best in your musical career and your school, the rest of your schooling, and everything going forward. And thank you for watching The Bridge. I'm Darren Soretto, signing off and looking forward to the next episode of The Bridge. Please join us next time. We'll see you soon.